Hello, Dizzians of YouTube. This will be a quick channel lesson on tactics or things I have learned while playing Death Guard. The past couple of games I've had, my teeth have been kicked in and I'm getting a little bit tired of it. Part of it was because one list I faced was a 10-man unit of Primus Space Marines that had those really weird plasma guns that are awesome. And they just shot everything. I mean, 10 power 9 shots into your tanks is just going to end poorly no matter how well you play the game. At any rate, what I've learned thus far with Death Guard and some of the stuff I've painted will be scrolling while I conversate with you. Death Guard, without anybody needing to hear this, is very slow. They don't move at a high rate of speed. Even if you're advancing them, sometimes they're not going to get up the table, especially if your advanced dice are bad, as mine sometimes are. If you run them into a gun line, I've found that, gun lines fare decently well against me, at least with my dice. There's only so many disgusting, really resilient rolls I can make, and only so many armor saves you can make as well. The biggest thing that I've found with this faction thus far appears to be that if you like a slow, methodical approach, this faction will probably do well for you. And if I had more models, I would probably be doing a little bit better than I currently am. However, they are not fast. They do have range or 10-inch move items. However, that doesn't get you across the table as quickly as you might think it does. You have to use cover very efficiently. If you do not, then your bloat drones will be shot off the table. Your tanks will be taken away from you rather rapidly. And while it is cool with the plague crawler to sit with the mortar behind terrain, you're not always going to have the number of shots you're going to need with the plague crawler to take things off the table. My suggestion would be, from what I've seen at least in my games, get out in front, kind of push that table a little bit more, make them have to deal with your tanks, because if they're shooting at your tanks, that means they're not shooting at everything else in your army, like your infantry or your vehicles if you happen to have non-tank vehicles. Always try to get that stuff done. Stand by. Now, one thing that will certainly help is the release of, or at least the pending release of the Blight Haulers, the ones that will give you cover advantage even while you're not in cover, while you're within 7 inches of that model. I could see that being a good spread these guys out and use them to help maintain cover, and it will assist with getting you across the table. Now, if you start getting shot with las cannons or the Imperial Guard battle cannons or something of that nature where they just roll an insane number of shots, well, there's really nothing to be done for it. You're not going to have a good day, and you need to find another way to do things. One trick I've heard of is using the allies as a detachment of regular Chaos Space Marines to bring a Psyker with warp time, which would allow you to get across the table much faster and possibly keep you from getting shot as much. So that is always worth a shot. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all have any other tactics that may be a little bit better, a little bit more refined than I have at the moment? Especially since the model collection I own is a little bit limited at the moment, so I'm stuck with what I own. But if you are curious, or if you have suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Have a good one.